Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. So today's video, we're going to talk about how you can't even defend yourself here in New York City. Now, I'm doing this video for the obvious reasons. For those of you that live in New York City, you know why I'm bringing this subject up. For those of you that don't live in New York City or anywhere near it, I'm going to explain to you why I'm bringing this up. So, about a week ago, a store owner or a bodega clerk. Now, bodega, guys, is for those of you that don't know what that is, a bodega is like a small mini mart or a deli, if you will. A lot of them, they call them bodegas. I forgot what the reason was, but it's more Spanish on, whether it's Dominicans or Puerto Ricans. It's actually just a mini mart. That's all it is. Anyway, it's just a smaller store. So, down the block from me, actually, on Broadway, if I'm not mistaken, in Manhattan, a store clerk was ringing up food. So as he's ringing up food, they come to a point where I guess they can't afford the chips. So the lady and the little girl puts chips on the counter with the food that they were buying, and the clerk was swiping the card. So as he's swiping the card, he tells them, listen, you don't have enough money, put the chips back. So the little girl, I guess, says she wants it. The clerk takes or snatches the chips out of the girl's hand, said, you guys can't afford it, just put it back. So with that, the mother gets upset, I guess, that he snatches the chips out of the hand. This is the full story, by the way. So with that, he goes, listen, you guys can't afford it, just, move on. And if you don't have money, then, either I like you to leave or just, step to the side or something to that effect. With that, there's a patron in the back also talking about the situation. Well, they don't have money. He goes, no, they don't have money. I tried swiping a few times. He swipes the card a few more times and nothing. So on video, guys, this is all unfolding. With that, the mother starts cursing him out. I'm going to go get my boyfriend. And she doesn't say boyfriend. She says nigga. And she goes, I'm going to get my nigga. He's going to come down here and fuck you up. Okay. With that, she calls him. He comes downstairs. He comes downstairs. He goes into the store, and immediately he goes behind the counter. Step number one, that was wrong. He went right behind the counter. Instead of staying on the other side of the counter and arguing with him, he goes behind the counter. Now he's trying to play big man, because now the store clerk, guys, keep in mind, the store clerk is 61 years old. So he's an old man. And I know a lot of you are like, I'm not old. That's old in comparison to fighting with a 35-year-old. Now, the 35-year-old's name is Martin Simmons. Martin Simmons is a career criminal. He's a piece of shit. He's a drain on society. So Mr. Martin, or Mr. Simmons, if you will, goes behind the counter and starts shoving the clerk, the store clerk, the 61-year-old store clerk. I think his name is, I don't know, Juan Valdez or some shit. So whatever. They're getting into it. And the store clerk is now saying, I don't want any problems, just, leave, get out of here. I don't want any problems. With that, he shoves him again, and the store clerk stumbles over. Now, the store clerk gets back up, and they switch positions. I don't know how they did this. They switch positions, and then the store clerk grabs a knife that's behind the counter. He grabs a knife and he proceeds to stab the kid. Stab the kid once in the neck, stab the kid a couple times in the torso, and once in the neck, guys, that's the power line. The kid was done. He proceeds to stab the guy. The girlfriend now starts to stab the clerk. Okay, so all of this is said and done, guys. It's all unfolded on video. The security cam inside the deli. So we're looking at this whole thing unfold. With that, guys, the store clerk gets charged for murder. You can't even defend yourself with video proof of you defending yourself. You can't even defend yourself because you will still go to jail. Now, here's the kick in the dick, guys. Out of all people who had a big problem with the store clerk getting arrested, which a lot of us here in the city do, Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, had a problem with the clerk being charged with murder. Because even Eric Adams saw the video and goes, this makes no sense. Now, Alvin Braggs, he's the DA of New York City, Manhattan, that is. Alvin Braggs is a piece of shit. He's one of those guys that if he had cancer tomorrow, you'd have a cancer party for him. Be like, fuck this dude. He's that big of a piece of shit. With that being said, guys, the store clerk then has a bond of $250,000 to get released. Insane. Fucking insane that they fucking raised this bond to $250,000. Keep in mind, other criminals are walking fucking free for probably about the same, if not a little less. Now, the store clerk, after a bunch of backlash, the $250,000 bail goes down to $50,000, I think, in cash. So they get the store clerk out. Now, everybody, including the mayor, is pressuring Alvin Braggs to drop the charges on this guy, the clerk, because it's clearly self-defense. It's in the video. Guys, you just search the internet, you'll find this video, because obviously I can't put it on here. But you watch this thing unfold, guys, and you're like, yo, he was clearly defending himself. Now, there's something to be said, guys, about fighting with a 35-year-old and you're 61. The guy's older, he's a little more frail, so obviously he had to defend himself in that nature. Now, if me and this fucking 35-year-old get into a fight, I can handle it with my hands. So if I grabbed a knife and stabbed him, I would go to jail because, well, you two are the same physical caliber and all this other bullshit, and that's how they look at it in the court of law. Again, store clerk owners, guys, have been getting beat up, killed, their stores destroyed because people are not getting what they want. I've watched a video, I'm not sure if it was here in New York or Detroit, but a guy ordered a sandwich. The Middle Eastern guy behind the counter is telling the guy, calm down, we're gonna get to your sandwich. He's like, well, I ordered my sandwich and 6 people walked out ahead of me. With that, he goes, just calm down, just wait. He goes, oh yeah, wait. The guy, the customer, pulls out a gun and starts shooting at the fucking Arab dude behind the counter. I don't know if he hit him or not, but then you hear one guy go, yo, Ak, you all right, man? You okay? And then that was it, and the kid runs out of the store. Store clerks are getting fucking their stores destroyed because people are not getting what they want, being that they're throwing temper tantrums, the ultimate temper tantrums. Now, here in New York City, if you rightfully defend yourself, you can end up in jail and get charged for murder. Now, I do suspect that these charges are going to get dropped, but why is Alvin Braggs dragging his feet about it? So, at the time of this video being filmed, which is the 13th of July, right now, the store clerk is still being charged with murder. But like I said, it can happen today, it can happen later, it can happen tomorrow. I assume these charges are going to be dropped. Alvin Braggs is just being a piece of shit. I'd love to fucking kick this dude in the face if I could, in person. That being said, that's neither here or there. This guy wants to release criminals. New York City, I think it was in Queens, had in fucking custody a Mexican cartel member. He had some absorbent amount of fentanyl on him. With that, guys, they let him go because of the laxed laws that New York State has for drugs. They let him go. What do you think is going to happen to this cartel guy? He's going to get on his fucking plane. He's going to go back to Mexico. They are even letting cartel members loose, guys. Cartel members are like the #1. You got to go out. You got this guy in custody. Keep him there. We're going to read him the riot act and fucking put pressure on him. No. New York City decides to let him go. I couldn't fucking believe when I read the story. I had to read it a fucking couple of times. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But this guy defending his own life has to fucking now be charged with murder and go through the whole court process when all you have to do is just drop the charges. Now, that doesn't excuse the clerk from a civil suit, which I can absolutely see the girlfriend doing. Martin Simmons was a drain on society. He was a piece of shit, and he's gone. Good riddance. The store clerk now has to fucking live with that every day of his life. Now, a lot of you people seem to think that killing someone is an easy task. It isn't. It is something that will fucking play in your mind every day, all day, for however long it takes till you start forgetting it a little bit, like that much. And then even then, you're still going to be fucking replaying the whole situation and how you could have avoided that situation. And that's what this man is doing today. I can almost guarantee it. So, New York City, guys, obviously I know a lot of you are going to say it, and I see it in every fucking comment. If I talked about a cheeseburger, you guys are still going to tell me, get out of New York City, cheeseburgers suck. Like, I get it, guys, getting out of the city. It's going to happen. It's just not going to happen as soon as I wanted it to happen. Nonetheless, even in New York City, you can't defend yourself. You can't even fucking do the right thing and save your own life. Because bad enough we can't own firearms, now you can't even use a knife or a bat. And I'm pretty sure if he used a bat and cracked this kid's skull, he would have still got charged with murder. Now, here's the real fucking twist, guys. I know that this video is a little longer than it should be. Here's the fucking twist. The girlfriend was stabbing the clerk as the clerk was stabbing her boyfriend, Martin Simmons. The New York City District Attorney, Alvin Braggs, refuses to bring her up on charges because his reasoning is she was defending her boyfriend as he was getting stabbed. So now the clerk has to be charged with murder, but she's not charged with assault. What does that say about the DA? He needs to go. Him and Eric Adams cannot walk around this fucking city acting like shit is all good. Eric Adams is busy sucking celebrities' dicks, fucking getting dick party and dick slaps in the face, because that's where he wants to be. He wants to be surrounded by fucking celebrities. If you follow him in the news here in New York, guys, he's always rubbing elbows with the rich and the famous. But meanwhile, kids are dying left and right. You had a fucking 14-year-old kid get stabbed by a 15-year-old kid. You got kids getting shot like hotcakes. You got dudes defending themselves and going to jail, or rather getting charged with murder. You got fucking carjackings out the wazoo. People are stealing fucking cars. And this guy's like, I gotta dance with French Montana. What the fuck's a French Montana anyway? I don't know. But nonetheless, that's who he was hanging out with, or him or he or her, whatever the fuck. But still, this is our mayor. Our mayor's concerned about the nightlife and not real life. All right, guys, other than that, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.